Okay guys, I'm back again with another video. Before I even start the video guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay guys, I'm gonna be doing a new series on my channel. So this is like a channel update. I'm gonna be popping in every now and then talking about uh missing cases of African Americans. I'm African American guys and I wanna get these stories out there. Um as I said, I'll be pumping in every now and then with a missing persons case. Okay, the first case I'm going to be talking about is a case that happened in my city, New York City. It's an old case, a cold case. Um, it's the case of Christopher Dansby. Got my notes here, guys, because I have to refer to my notes. Okay, Christopher Dansby disappeared May 18th, 1989. Yes, guys, as I said, this is an old case. He disappeared from the Martin Luther King Jr. playground in Harlem. I live in Brooklyn. It's an area. Harlem is a primarily African American neighborhood in Manhattan. And it happened on, I think, some reports say 113th Street and Lenox Avenue. Some say 114th Street and Lenox Avenue, but I'll just say 113th and Lenox Avenue. Okay, let's just say that because it's different, you know, stories, different reports out there. Okay, so he was 2 years old at the time he disappeared. He was, I think, 2 feet 6. Anyway, he was in the park with his mother, Allison Dansby. Okay? She took him to it's a housing project. And if you don't know, guys, a lot of the housing projects here in New York City, there's like a playground. Like in the housing project. So she came downstairs to the playground with Christopher. But she was with her other son, I think named Lavon, and her mother. Okay. So, the mother, Allison, said one report said she was going to the store. Another report said she was going to buy Chinese. So let's just say she was going to the store. So she left the two kids with her mother. When she came back a half an hour later, Christopher was gone. Okay? And one report said that her son Lavon, in one report that I found, because I did my research on this case. One report that I found, her son Lavon, they didn't state his age, but he said that he was playing with Christopher, and that Christopher got lost, and he was calling out for his mommy. But then another report. It don't even matter. Another report was saying that Christopher had a red ball that he was playing with, but the mother said he didn't have any red ball when she brought him to the park. Then they were saying that he was seen with two kids playing in the playground. But nobody hasn't seen or heard from Christopher ever again. Christopher was born, I think, March 30th. 1987, so he'd be 35. He wouldn't be 2 years old anymore. You can Google, the story, guys, to see pictures. And it's just a very, very strange case. The mother, Allison Dansby, was on drugs. Because if you don't know, guys, crack was very prevalent in Harlem. A lot of people was on crack and doing anything and everything to get high. So the rumor was that maybe Allison sold Christopher for drugs, because when I heard this case, guys, I've heard about this case, because it's from my city, and it just struck me as odd. Okay, first of all, if you went to the park, to the playground with your mother, wouldn't your mother watch your two kids? Why would she not watch them and somebody would take them? That just struck me as odd, guys. Okay, and her mother hasn't said anything about Christopher being missing. So It doesn't make any sense, guys. I don't even believe Christopher was even in that playground. I think the mother was on drugs, and I really think she probably sold him to get high. That's what I really think happened. Because if I take my two kids to the park with my mother, she's gonna watch them. She's not gonna just ignore them and look away. That just sounds bizarre to me, you know? So maybe the mother is lying. I wasn't there, guys. I'm just, trying to put the pieces. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. But in my opinion, I think she probably sold the little boy for drugs. Okay? So that happened in May 18, 1989. Okay. So another African American boy, Christopher Dansby is African American. I didn't state so before. Another little boy went missing from the same playground, but this was August the 10th, 1989. Shane Walker disappeared August 10th, 1989. He was 1 year old. Well, almost two. Born December 7th, 1987. So he'd be 35 as well. Okay. So, Rosa Glover took her son, Shane, to the same playground. She was sitting on a bench when two kids came by, a 10-year-old little girl and a 5-year-old boy. And they asked to play with Shane. But the mother found it was kind of odd because Shane is only like 1 and they're older. But the kids said they didn't mind that Shane was, way, younger than them. So Rosa said, okay, you can play with Shane. So the kids go off and they're playing with Shane on a slide. And this African American man sits on the bench next to Rosa. And he starts talking about kids, being, like kids, like going missing in the neighborhood. So she gets, the man is talking to her. So she turns her head, she gets distracted by this person talking to her. And, he's showing her like scars on his body. He said, he got from fighting. Maybe he was lying to her. I don't know. But when she turned back her head, Shane was gone, as well as the two kids he was playing with. Okay? And, Rosa is obviously devastated because, 1 minute he's there and the next minute he's not there. So not long after the two kids that were playing with Shane come to the park, they came through like a hole in the fence. But they wasn't with Shane. So the mother's like, well, where's Shane? They're like, we left him in the park. So Rosa took the kids to the precinct, the police station. And they interviewed the kids. And they interviewed the man who's on the bench. And they interviewed the kids' parents. But they couldn't find, that they had like any like connection, to the, disappearance. So nobody has seen Shane Walker ever again. And these two cases are connected because Christopher Dansby and Shane Walker lived in the same building. Yes, guys, they lived in the same building. Disappeared on the same day, which was a Thursday. Disappeared around the same time. I think Shane was 7 o'clock, and I think Christopher was like 5 o'clock. And what strikes me odd with this case is Rosa didn't even know that Christopher had gone missing in May. Rosa took Shane to Disney World in May, so she had no idea that there was a missing child, from, her building. Because if she had known, she wouldn't have gone to that park with Shane. And I find it odd that, okay, Christopher went missing in May from the building. Why wasn't missing posters in the building? That is, okay, your son is missing, but you didn't put no missing posters up in the building? That's why I'm saying I think that Allison Dansby sold Shane for drugs. That's, if my child is missing, I'm going to put flyers in the building in the lobby. That doesn't make any sense to me, guys. you know? And it just seems very odd, guys, very strange. Um, and there are people who they will try to distract you guys. That man sitting on the bench, he could have been working with the person who kidnapped Shane Walker. You know, anytime people are talking to you like on a bench, you can't look away. You have to be focused like right on your child. You know, because when she looked away and looked back a second, he's gone. You know, and then who's to say that the two kids were not involved? Police say they were not involved, but it just seems bizarre. Suppose an adult told those kids to go over there and get Shane to play with them, and then the person ran off with Shane. You don't know, guys. People are crazy. They'll use kids to do their dirty work because kids don't have any sense. Most kids, don't know, what's, you're a child. You don't know what's going on. So I just found it odd, guys. And it's sad because Rosa, she didn't have no other kids. Christopher had other siblings, but Rosa didn't. Glover, she didn't have any other kids. That was her only child because she had Shane when she was 40. She was an older mother. So and this case was on Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, but I already knew about the case from way before. But some people that don't know about the case and don't live here in New York City, and you only saw, well, Allison Dansby was in the episode, as well as Rosa Glover. But as I said, they be grown men now. They're not 2 years old, anymore. And then a third child went missing here in Brooklyn, New York, where I live. The same year, 1989, Andre Bryan. But I'll do his case separately. This case is just basically on Christopher Dansby and Shane Walker. If anybody knows where these kids are, you can call this number 212 876 7600. That's 212 876 7600. Okay, I'll put the number in the description. Um I can't imagine what the mothers are going through. I don't have kids myself, but if I was, it's just sad because you went to the park with your child, and then you know it's just crazy, guys. It's very, very crazy. This case is 35 years ago. No, 33 years ago. They would be 35. It's just crazy, guys. But that's this episode of missing persons cases. I'll be back with another missing persons case. You can just Google Christopher Dansby, Shane Walker. It will come up. I'm not gonna put pictures in, because you can just Google the story, guys. The Charlie Project. That's where I got my information from. They're a reputable site, not no bogus site. And that's it, guys. What happened? Where are they still alive? Are they in New York State? Did the people kidnap them and they're in California somewhere or Florida? Nobody knows, right? But that's it, guys. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back with another missing persons case, guys. So be looking out for the next episode of my new series. And this is Random Girl TV, guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.